I expected more, CNBC's Jim Cramer said Tuesday. This was not the quarter I expected, and it's not the quarter I would go on SNL after. Tesla CEO Elon Musk is slated to make a guest appearance on NBC's Saturday Night Live on May 8, 2021.
Kind of feels like Tesla's the lead only because of the ongoing debate about auto revenues up 75, but ASPs were lower, the sale of the tax credits, and of course that Bitcoin sale.
I don't know. You know, I've been a big fan of Musk, and I think he's done a lot of things right. I think he's doing something that I wish he hadn't done, which is to make projections. Basically, he's going to have the biggest car. That would be something versus, as you know, Carl, because we talked with Phil LeBeau, that would be pretty hard to do, unseating Toyota. Also, it's very easy to see that they almost had no EBITDA this quarter. And that's not talked about enough. We talk about making a lot of cars. But, David, the adjusted EBITDA less stock and credits is, it's almost nothing.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem to be something that impacts investors' perception of the stock or the ability of the company one day to create enormous cash flows, I guess, Jim.
Well, like Sam Gerard, I don't care. I expected more. Candidly...
You may not care, but it doesn't really matter if the majority of shareholders are unconcerned.
Well, that's true. A majority of shareholders were unconcerned in WorldCom, David. I mean, it's... Ooh. No, I'm just saying that this was not the quarter I expected. And it's not the quarter I would go on SNL after.
And that was because of what, though, specifically? It was simply the lack of ability to generate EBITDA? Or, listen, they were dealing with a difficult supply chain challenges.
Yes,
they know about the chip shortages. They had strongest numbers they've ever seen in a quarter. Quarter.
They have to deliver next year because he set himself up to beat Toyota. That's what I just think that you could set yourself up to beat Toyota. He's got a head as big as his car going on Saturday Night Live. He was plaintive at the beginning of his call. And I just wish that he would go back to where he was for a while, which was head to the, nose to the grindstone. Why is that so bad?
Well, it's interesting to hear you be somewhat critical.
I have to be somewhat critical. This was not the blowout quarter. This was a very good quarter versus what others do. But, David, do you see the amount of money that a GM and Ford... I know he laughs at these other guys, David. I know he thinks that they're dinosaurs. But dinosaurs can rule the earth if they come back. I have to watch what Ford and GM are doing. I don't think that they're dead anymore.
Well, you're not alone. As we've pointed out many times, those stocks have actually had a very strong year over so far.
Yeah.
Up roughly both 40% each, in part on the prospect for and the promise of delivering on their EV strategy.
Yeah, well, look, I love Tesla. I'm being critical only because I expected them to make more money, and I was surprised when he made claims. He better deliver. Austin better deliver, and Berlin better deliver.
Right. Well,
if they deliver, then my comments are too harsh.
Carl, he says Model Y is going to be the best-selling car or truck of any kind in the world in 2022.
That's not, Carl. That's a hard goal.
Yep. I know we were going back and forth with Phil this morning on just how that would work. I see Goldman's taking them to 780, to 860 from 780, Jim. And you're talking about, obviously, the supply chain worries, which have bedeviled the entire industry. This is what Musk said about that last night.
Q1 had some of the most difficult supply chain challenges that we've ever experienced in the life of Tesla. Insane difficulties with supply chain, with parts over the whole range of parts. Obviously, people have heard about the chip shortage. This is a huge problem.
Interesting to hear him frame it that way, Jim. A whole range of parts. It's no longer sort of the specific chips that give you, say, a digital gas monitor, for example.
Yeah, well, his cars are packed with electronics, which of course is terrific. It makes it so that I've always said it's a technology delivering system. I've been asking executives, why does China not have a chip shortage with their cars? David, why is China kind of not sweating the program?
Well, you've told me, Jim, because I do listen to you. It's because they double ordered everything.
Right. Well, how about no way you can cut those back, huh? Give some to America?
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, and that's why we have a chip shortage. Now, I think China, I'd love to know what Elon's thinking about China and an assembly there. There was way too much time in this conference call about solar panels, Carl.
Why is that? Why is that a problem?
Well, because, what are you, Elon favor Musk?
No, not as far as I was.
It was a problem because the orchestration of the call was not what I wanted. I'm used to really great calls from this man.